Oh, okay. Am I live? I hope so. And I hope someone can hear me as well because I've been playing around with the microphone. This is, well, I want you to tell me what this is when you tune in, if I'm live. I was just experimenting with the microphone and going to use that, but yeah, I couldn't get it to work. not with the not with the webcam. So it is what it is. It's the sound isn't that great, and this isn't the best webcam I've had. But anyway, uh, somebody tune in. Let me know when you're watching. Hopefully, I've done it live. I thought I'd better do a live stream. I didn't do one last month, and as a matter of fact, I'll start chatting now for people that watch later. Um, yeah, I could have been working as we speak, uh, which cumulatively would have been somewhere between $500 to $600 worth. But I pulled out of it. I did one last month, and there was supposed to be a second one today. And for confidentiality reasons, I can't really go into what it is. It is an acting gig, or I've been doing for 6 or 7 years. And this one's usually once a year. But I wonder if there's a way I can see if I'm actually live. I did all the settings. Let me double check. Okay. Looks like it's correct. Yeah, I don't know. I'll know as soon as someone joins in. Oh dear. Don't mess with the settings, Steve. So, yeah, until then, I don't know. But I'll hopefully assume that it's live. Just need one person to pop in and I'll know. Pop out dashboard, what's that do? Oh, never seen that before. Anyway, oh, good. Somebody's here. I was worried whether or not I was live because I've messed it up a few times. G'day to you. How are you today? It's Sunday, 24th of August 2025 in Brisbane. Semi-sunny Queensland. Bit of overcast cloud. Whew. So, can you hear me is the main thing. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, I've worked many times. I was saying to another guy, many times on the weekends. In fact, I should have been working now, but I called it quits. I won't go into the exact technicalities of it because of confidentiality. But yeah, I did one last month. 6th or 7th year I've done it. It is an acting gig, and it was these days through Microsoft Teams, in other words, using the web camera. But the one I did last month, my head exploded at the end of it. So when I got the brief for what this one was, I just looked and went, "You're kidding me." It's like memorize 5 or 6 pages and act and put forward the brief and try and manipulate your way through it. I went, no, I'm pulling out. Yeah. Oh, good. Thanks, mate. Yeah, cheers. I was. Well, I won't wriggle it around. I was going to try and use this fairly. Bits fell off. Fairly new Rode microphone, but I experimented and I couldn't get it to work at the same time as the webcam. So I thought, well, stick with what works. The webcam, which isn't that great, but yeah. So the weather is warming up, thankfully. This one is a Osdom 1080 cam. The best one I had was the Razer Keo Pro. I did a whole lot of videos on those, different webcams that kept failing, and that was the best one, quality-wise. But it died after a year, and I needed one urgently for a paid gig, and yeah, so I bought this one. It's not as good. The colours are fairly accurate, but the sound's not as good, and it's not as crisp. But given that I don't do live streams, usually more than every month, if that, No, well, it'll do. I've given up trying to do it outside. I have done them before. The last few times I tried, I messed up somehow, and they would only come out vertically, and then it'd be like, for some reason, stupid me would have it on unlisted or private. I went, no, just come into the office, use the webcam. At least I know it works. Yeah. So, yeah, basically, that's the way it is. Yeah, for privacy reasons, I won't say what it's about. Let's just say it's associated with the governing body of law, not police, but to do with the law or lawyers. Yeah, role play. I do a lot of role play with the acting side of my life. Probably the bulk of what I do is role play. But this was really, really, really complicated, and I've done many complicated ones before, but this was just like, no, this one, yeah. Plus last month I had some issues with them saying, well, don't charge us for the breaks, 10-minute breaks between 4 candidates. I mean, you're kidding. When you typically, if you go onto a film set or a gig, you charge. It depends, everything's individual. But typically, if you charge from the moment you get there till the moment you're finished. You're not, don't charge us for 10 minutes when you're having a short break. Anyway, one of those things. Plus, it was just too complicated for my brain. I've got things on my mind like this, for one thing. ECM, replacement ECM for my car, which looks like 99% chance that's what is wrong with it. It's been randomly going into limp mode for a couple of months now. So hopefully I've found someone I can get to come and program it in. You can't do it yourself, really. Hopefully this week. G'day, Marty. How you going, mate? This time last week, we were at the Normanby Hotel. All of us walk about with Rob and T-Rocks, who organised it. Everyone, Gizmo, Marianne, you name it. I've mentioned it all on my little follow-up short video, apologising for accidentally, I think, not acknowledging someone that said, pleased to meet me. I felt bad about that when I watched it back when I tacked together the clips that afternoon, which, as I said in the short, wasn't a cinematic production. So, most people understand that. Most normal people. Having a burger and a beer. Tell me, Marty, how did things go? You had to race back to the coast and take over the live stream after that very shocking news you told me. Yeah, well, hopefully you pulled it together. I know you did. But yeah, who knows? Hey, when your time's up, your time's up. And we just don't know when that'll be. Maybe in 5 minutes, hopefully not. I'd hate to do a repeat of what happened to your friend. But anyway. Yeah, so I was very pleased the other day. Was it Friday? Yeah. When it was again warmer. And it was the first day in a couple of weeks I went without Ugg boots and a jumper. But of course, here especially, being on the hill, freezing again at night time. And I was sitting here for a few hours this morning, and I just put this on before the live stream because it might turn a bit chilly. Yeah, so I had a rotten night's sleep again. Night before was okay, but last night, yeah, I actually went to bed early for me, which was just after 11, and I slept for 4.5 hours straight. Woke up, tried 2 times for like half an hour to go back to sleep, and I couldn't. So eventually I got up and, I didn't shave. This camera probably won't show, but I was too tired to shave. So, yeah, that's the way it is, isn't it? But yeah, I don't normally suffer from insomnia, but yeah, things and people or assholes on my mind tend to do that. A bit of shadow, I think, from the louvers here. But hey, Carolee, how you going? G'day. Nice to have you all on board. Might get some more people join. I'm not sure. I did announce that I'm going to do this stream. And don't forget, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't been here before. Yeah, good day to you. I have had several coffees this morning to stay awake. When I'm finished, I'll have to do a few things and I'll have something to eat finally. And in theory, I'll have a nap later on this afternoon, but whether I get around to doing that, I don't know. Yeah. So basically, a catch up. Say good day to everyone. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. So yeah, I'm looking pretty horrible, which is not abnormal for me, but yeah, you wouldn't know I've barely slept. So, as Marty can tell you, we had a good catch up, subscriber catch up, and meet up this time last week at the Norman B Hotel. Keep wanting to say Normandy Hotel, Norman B Hotel in Brisbane. It's quite a good venue, actually. I think probably next time we do it, we'll meet there too. Plenty of room. And yeah, mind you, I bought my driver, since my car's not trustworthy still at the moment. I bought her, and I had the Guinness that you would have seen in the video if you've watched it, the longer one, and whatever she had, $29 for 2 drinks. The dearest would have been the Guinness, but I didn't care. It was just what it is. This is water, not Guinness. Yeah, so I think that's the second Guinness I've had this year. The other one was with my friend Gary recently. I don't drink very much alcohol. Never really have, except when especially my mate that I made a video of, is it 2.5 years or 3.5 years ago, when I went out west. Him and I have got a lot of memories in our younger days of drinking and things that happen after drinking. But I think most of us do. Yeah, so that's it. 5 people watching. G'day to the others. Whether you come on, I don't know, but feel free to. That's what I'm here for. It's just a casual chat and catch up. There are a whole lot of things I was thinking of talking about, and I nearly made key notes of them, but I've forgotten what they are. They'll come to me maybe not. And of course, I can't have a live stream without an honourable mention to Johnny, who has passed away, as some of you would know. Let me read this. Okay. Okay, heart attack. Well, okay. Well, it is what it is, Marty. You just don't know, do you? I mean, I've had a heart attack. Hopefully I won't have another one, but statistically I probably will. But I'm doing at least some of what I should. I take the medications, and was told by this was 6 years ago, just gone 6 years ago. I didn't even know I had a heart attack. I've made a video or two about this back then, but yeah, I didn't know it was a heart attack till the next day when I went to my doctor, and they did a cardiograph and ECG, same thing. And yeah, you can watch that video if you really want to know. Oh, it's still a bit chilly. Yeah, so that's life, isn't it? What else was I going to talk about? Yeah, possibly I might be taking my channel in a slightly different direction, just for a while anyway, which will mean, I mean, I'll still do YouTube shorts in between, but I just, the last couple of months, my channel has tanked. My views of my videos have really been absolute crap. So I think I need to swing in a slightly different direction. Somebody said to me recently, yeah, that's right, Marty. Well, how many of us do live life to the max? I think that you do. I get the impression you do. Most of us don't. But yeah, the channel in a slightly different direction. It just means more complicated videos to make. But I mean, the thing is with YouTube, the current thing is, it's probably always been this way. If you don't keep viewers engaged within the first 30 seconds, they'll just flick away. Majority of people, and yeah, so therefore you don't get views and whatever. I'm going to battle through this live stream because I'm just so tired. 4.5 hours sleep, I can't cope with that. Yeah, so YouTube Shorts, if you haven't checked them out, I do them occasionally in between longer videos, or proper videos as I call them. They have their place. They tend to get more views than normal videos, which sucks. Almost did one the other day when I was at someone's place and very close to the city. Yeah, okay. You should do more of them, Marty. That would be nice to see that one. I look forward to it. Yeah, there were 5 rainbow lorikeets, like my bird that died, 7 months ago, Bobo, who I had here for 12 years. Yeah, 5 rainbow lorikeets on the balcony railing, and so close to the city. And I almost did a YouTube short, but I just know from experience that the person I was with simply cannot shut up for a minute, even if you say don't speak. So I thought, what's the point? Hey, Alan, how are you, mate? Sorry I haven't been able to catch up on your live streams lately. Been a bit busy with things and preoccupied, but I will catch up on you next one, hopefully. What time is it? It is, give you the exact time, 12:20 in the afternoon. On this, and it's Sunday. Where are you? I assume you're not in Australia? Okay. I know Alan's in New Zealand, so he's 2 hours ahead of me, I think, aren't you, Alan? And those of us in Queensland, well, we're all about 20 years behind the rest of you. It's an old joke. California. So what time is it there? Without me calculating. Hopefully Puppy Breath will join in the USA. Very long-standing channel member, if you want to call it member. And yeah, but if not, hello Puppy Breath, because I know you'll watch the replay. G'day Craig, I know you will watch the replay when you finish work sometime in the next few days anyway. Hello to everyone else that joins and watches. Okay, that's all right. Have you had dinner yet? I haven't even had breakfast or lunch, so when I'm finished I will be going to have some lunch. Saturday, right, Sunday here. And are you a subscriber, or did it just get a notification somehow and see that I was streaming? Nice name, Carolee. There's a place not far away from here, a suburb called Carolee, but spelled with a K. Otherwise spelled the same way. It might be. Well, I'm too tired to think of how to spell it. Oh, good, thank you. I appreciate that. Cheers. Okay, what else was I going to talk about? You're new here. No, well, I'm old here. Definitely old. Feeling older every day. And the more I don't get sleep, the more old I feel. Yep. Dining table and chairs. I'll tell you what, Alan, if it was possible, you could have had as many as you want, because recently around here, some suburbs are still having them. They have a council cleanup, I think, every 2 years. And you can drive around anywhere and you go, what are these people putting out? Like the big truck comes and crushes everything. But some of the stuff people put out, you think you could refurbish 100 homes from this stuff. A lot of it's good stuff. It's not all junk and falling apart. I think people just, I don't know, I'm the opposite. I tend to hold on to things too long. But yeah, definitely tables and chairs everywhere, literally everywhere. anything you want. One of the biggest things you see a lot of is barbecues. For some reason, everyone bought a barbecue. We've got one too. And you always see barbecues put out. They obviously get bored or they stop working or they get a new fancy one or something. I don't know. But the stuff people throw out is ridiculous. Anyway. Yeah. Well, I don't know. What is it? Is it called Trade Me? I know when I had 3 properties in New Zealand years ago, I looked on Trade Me for people to go and cut the lawn. I think it was Trade Me, probably on there. I have travelled a lot of the world. Out the door! Somebody got locked out. They forgot that they came in the other door. I have travelled a lot of the world in the past. I have a playlist actually of travel, if you want to check that out. Haven't been everywhere. As far, I've only been to Hawaii. It's the only state I've been to in America. I've been most of Asia. Been to New Zealand, I think 17 times, if you include stopping there on the way to somewhere else. Love New Zealand, my favourite place to go. And I haven't been to everywhere in Australia. It's so big. It's basically the size of the USA. And not a lot of people outside of Australia realise that. It's huge. It's not a little island. Oh, you look, okay, what about, I don't know if you're on Facebook, I don't think you are, but I know here, Facebook Marketplace, you can find everything you want. eBay's some other source, but I don't know if they sell table and chairs. The postage would be a fortune. Oh, you are? Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah. Well, Facebook, look, I've been on it for many years. I tried to avoid it for many years because for some reason in my head I thought full of scammers. Turns out I was correct. But yeah, Marketplace, well, Facebook, I check it a couple of times a day, but mostly just for messages like PMs. And when I open Facebook, whatever's there in the feed I see. But people that I know, I don't really know what's going on in their life unless they speak to me, because I don't go searching, oh, what's blah blah up to today. Some people I know are absolutely obsessed with Facebook or other social media. Not me. Nah, it's mate. As I said, the only main reason I use Facebook is for messaging people. And it is good if, like I mentioned, Marketplace. So look at Marketplace, type in your postcode, and join one of the local groups or something, and I'm sure you'll be bound to find a table and chair somewhere. And you might even be able to, say, hey, I'll give you some petrol money or whatever, and they'll deliver it if they can. Yeah, so it is handy for that. Anyway, what else was I going to talk about? Anyone have anything they want to talk about? My recent videos or things in general? Okay. Well, thanks, Carolee, for dropping in. I appreciate it. And I look forward to you commenting under my videos, past or present or future. And look forward to catching up with you again. I appreciate you dropping in. You will have a good night yourself. And I'll have a good day. It's 12:30 almost, so yeah, not much left of the day once I do some things and have some lunch and maybe try and have a little late nap, which I bet I won't get around to doing. Yeah. Right, cheers, and thank you as well. Steve may come on. Oh, has he? Oh, okay. Oh, good. I was just wondering this morning, actually. I was thinking of you when I was sitting outside in Studio A, which is my veranda, trying to get warm in the sun. And I was thinking about, I haven't caught Alan's live streams for a while. I wonder if Will's joined in yet. It was so awesome to see Will back. Where he went, we don't know. But he went for a long time, a couple of years, didn't he? No, I'm glad he's safe, because remember you and I talking and thinking maybe the worst happened. But, well, I think he just got sick of YouTube, he basically said. So, yeah. Anyway, it's great to have him back. It's nice when people come back into your lives, usually. Yeah, a long time. Yeah, so what else was I going to talk about? Not pop music. I knew I should have made a list. So anyway, my videos have been tanking. Absolute rubbish. I don't know. I did find yesterday, and this is for people that make videos too, and monetized especially. I was going through my list yesterday, and I discovered that some of, especially this was like, wow, some of my most popular videos, like 100,000 views upwards and downwards, the monetization was turned off. I thought, who did that? I didn't do that. I'm sure YouTube didn't do it, but somewhere on YouTube it stuffed up. I thought, no wonder I just barely made the monthly ad revenue thing this month. I thought, wow. So I had to go through them all and check and re-enable them. So, little note, if you're watching and you make YouTube videos and you're monetized, check that, because I have no idea why it was turned off. YouTube, as you know, Alan, just does some weird things. Yeah. So, right. Okay. Well, I won't drag the stream on too long. I just sort of touch base with you all and say hello. That applies to people that are watching the replay once YouTube processes it. But there were other things I was going to talk about. What were they? No idea. And I knew I'd come to this point where I'd say, I can't remember, because I didn't make a list. I almost made a list, if that counts. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, that's. I've just remembered. Somebody said to me recently about, how bad my YouTube. I was saying how, I pondered stopping making videos, and one person said, "I don't know why you bother," which surprised me a bit, because I thought, well, normally YouTubers encourage each other. But at the subscriber meetup, some of the subscribers I met, and I don't think there were that many that just came there to meet myself, but a few of them did say, keep on making your videos. So that was good, reassuring. And yeah, I've never made YouTube for the money. If you're thinking of getting into YouTube for the money, maybe think twice. But yeah, 25,200 something subscribers after 19 years that I just clicked over to last month is not very good. Been a long, hard slog to get here. I think 1,200 videos I've made in total. But yeah, always, I've said this many times, even on my playlists, always do it for the enjoyment or the creativity. If you get monetized and get a bit of money or whatever every month from ads, that's a nice thing. But yeah, don't think that you can join YouTube. I think you can back this up, Alan, and other people watching. You certainly don't get into it and start making a lot of money. Not straight away, anyway. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, same. It's just something we do. And there are a lot worse things we could do. We're not roaming the streets creating trouble or anything like that. So, yeah. And every YouTuber I've met, nice people. Yeah, and it's a common ground we have. And, I can't think of anyone I've met that I didn't like. So that's good. Yeah, it's just some weird thing we've got. Once we make YouTube videos, I think we'll start going a bit gaga. I don't know. Oh. Well, given that I can't think of anything else that I was going to add, just thinking about my recent videos. Oh yeah, my Franken sheep. That was a bit of a laugh, obviously. Did it for fun. A little bit of insider info if you've watched it. I didn't have any lamb here at the time, so where I'm sewing up 2 bits of meat, it was actually beef. I changed the colour a bit to make it a bit pinker. So there you go, movie magic. Yeah, Gizmo, how you going, mate? Nice to see you. I was just talking briefly about the catch up. It was a pretty good time. Good venue, I thought. Looking forward to your next video out soon. I will have yeah, you always do funny ones, Al. I'll have a short coming up in relation to when I started the stream holding this up. This is basically the main computer that has everything inside of it in my car, which I'm hoping when I get someone to program it in, because I did try, I installed it, and yeah, no, it has to be programmed in. Which means somebody will come and spend 10 minutes and charge hundreds of dollars, but it is the way it is. Did you have a $50 steak? Oh, you mean you're talking about my hog's breath video? It was a lovely steak, so tender. You saw how huge it was. Literally melted in your mouth. It was like more like corned beef. It was just so soft. I thought it was good. Funnily enough, and I'm not going to share most of my videos around anymore. I think ultimately it seems to be detrimental to your channel because they're not the subscribers that I don't know. There's a lot of videos out there. I'm not going to do it, but I typically share things to Reddit, and until recently, I've never gone there. And when I did go there recently, a few weeks back, all these comments that people have done that didn't comment under the YouTube video. So I spent hours and hours answering those. But funnily enough, the one about the Hog's Breath Cafe, I was astounded. All these mostly negative comments about the place. And I went, well, I didn't find that. And I've not found that when I've been there before. And I think that was the 3rd time I've been to one, maybe 4th. Never found an issue. So, yeah, never found an issue. Anyway, I don't think I'll share my videos. Yeah, you do too. Probably the one you go to the most is the one down your way, because I remember, it's going back a few years, we went and had lunch with my sister at one. So it would be the one, what's the suburb? It's not Cleveland, but yeah, you know the one. Yeah, I thought it was quite good too. I've always liked it. Is Cleveland, okay. Here we go. My sister lives not far from there. I used to have a shop there, All Mode Electronics, many, many years ago. Nearly 30 years ago. Well, it was Raby Bay was fairly new still, so it was right next door to that, in Middle Street, Cleveland. Electronics repair. Oh, is it? I don't know which one we went to. Must have been Cleveland. I've never had a problem with it. I was actually surprised to see that one in Ipswich was still there, even though I've passed it many times. They all struggle. They can't be making a huge profit by the time they pay staff and I assume lease the premises and the cost of food as well. But Hog's Breath, and as I said in that short little vlog when I was eating, you know, if people want, I can probably make a longer video about it, going into it deeper. But even the waitress was chatting with me about it. They refused to, or the owners refused to do the online stuff that everyone's gone and done, especially since that thing that happened that shut down the whole world. Yeah, and there are people still, like myself, that like to go into a place and eat there, not get everything delivered to your house. And for a start, you'd have to pay more to get it delivered anyway. It's the whole experience. Oh, okay. Well, the one I had was what they call it was the prime rib, but I had the extra, $9 extra, and you get another 100 grams, so it was huge. I went, how am I going to eat this? But I did. It was so tender. But as a matter of fact, recently the butcher near me, I was buying. I've mentioned this before. I was buying whole, 4 or 5 kilos of Black Angus and cutting that up myself. And it would last for months and months and months. But recently, chatting to the local butcher, for some reason they all know me. I think they know my YouTube channel now too. I've had a little bit of a video in there as well. Yeah, I was speaking to the owner and about meat, and yeah, I ended up buying some of him. I tell you what, it's beautiful. It comes from Tasmania. He said, "How thick do you want it?" I said, "Make it thick." He went, "How thick?" And I went, okay, so they're quite thick, not as big as hog's breath. I mean, but yeah, I've been cooking those, and it is absolutely lovely, really tender. Yeah, and medium rare, which is how I like it. You retracted a message, Alan. I missed it. Bugger. Oh, that just reminds me of that ad. Bugger. I can't remember what it was about. Toyota? Anyway. This squeaky chair doesn't bother me except from live streaming. If I sit back like this, I'll be okay. Then I have to tilt the camera down. This also doesn't tilt as nicely as the Razer Keo did. But I can't pull my monitor any more forward because, well, I just can't. There's crap all over the desk and things would fall off. Yeah, I was saying that I did try and plug in a microphone, but I couldn't get it to work and the webcam. So I thought, well, you know what they say, why mess with what works? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, guess what? My car is broke and needs to be fixed, and hopefully 99% chance this ECU will be the fix. Hope so, because I've had other things replaced. The trouble is it's a second-hand one. I had to get it. It's not that many around for my car. I had to get it from Wreckers in South Australia. So it's come a long way. So hopefully I'll get some life out of it. You can't buy them new, and if you could, they'd be like a fortune. The closest you can get 3 likes there. Yeah, I know. Well, it's showing 6 likes here. So that's good. 6 likes and 5 people. Yeah. Not great, but not terrible. Yeah, hopefully that'll fix the problem. It's been a nightmare. It's a real stressor, among other things, like, constantly day and night back of my mind or forefront of my mind, stressing about things because the car has always been reliable. In fact, that's one thing I was going to mention. Somehow it was going to tie in about working. Oh yeah, working on on weekends and public holidays, as I commented to someone under my post section this morning. It reminded me of when I was working for the government, and I was doing an after-hour support team thing. And during that one time, and I was thinking, well, Sundays was double time. Public holidays, I think, was double time and a half. Yes, that's true. You're totally spot on, Gizmo. But there's one time I always thought, oh, if only I could just score it once, and I did. I remember I was driving, I had the area manager's car, not his personal car, it was the fleet of cars. They had an access key to get and all that. So I was using that, and it was a brand new BA. I think it was just the Falcon, but I might be wrong. It might have been the Fairmont Gear. And if I don't go foot track, I thought, well, bugger, I'll use that tonight. And yeah, so I had to drive to Ipswich for some reason. Oh, that's right, to give the whatever it was bag and gear to the next guy. And it had clicked over onto a public holiday. It was a night and it was pissing down rain. Anyway, so I went to this place, did this handover, which, funnily enough, I was there for 2 hours having coffee, and it clicked over into public holiday. which there's two reasons I'm mentioning this. One is it absolutely belted down rain on my way back to where I was working in Brisbane. And I was so impressed with the traction control and everything of the car. I thought, oh, I'd love one of this. So I ended up buying one. Not straight away, but a while later. And yeah, that's Henry too, as I call him. So the other point of the story, since I mentioned it, is that 2 hours clicked over into quadruple time, which is what I charged them for. And I can tell you this, when I did that, there are a couple of people in head office that were not happy about it. They did not want to pay, but then they had to realise union says you got to pay. It's in the EBA. So yeah, I got quadruple time. In other words, 8 hours pay for 2 hours. And that was a 12-hour shift anyway, or 16. Yeah, that was a good day. Yep. I went, quadruple time. I did it. Now I can leave. Yeah, good. Yes, they hated me. They did not want to pay, but they did. Me too, mate. I love some things, but I've said this many times, especially again of late. I miss the days when cars were just cars and they weren't full of computers. Apparently, the average new car has 20 to 50 computers. I know the modern Mercedes has something like 80 computers, and I've got a couple in my car. Even I just found out by accident the other day, I didn't know this, if both taillights blow in my car, the car goes into limp mode. Now, I've never encountered blowing taillights, but yeah, that is my trouble. And I have got a YouTube short I'll put up on Tuesday, just showing a demo of what it does in limp mode. And that's what it's been doing randomly for a couple of months out of a clear blue sky. Yeah, you can't work on them. Okay. Yeah, so I missed the basic cars in a way where you didn't have electronics. That's what I like about the Land Cruiser, which I'll have to tidy up and sell sooner rather than later because it's falling apart. But yeah, no computerized electronic crap. They just work, you know. And I've even been thinking, oh, well, I'm getting so sick of this car. It'd be nice to have an S-Class Mercedes because you can get them for not too much money these days because like most European cars, they depreciate so much over years. But what a nightmare. Everything they do. Imagine if something goes wrong. And Mercedes, I know I had a little Mercedes once years ago when I used to buy and sell cars and give them a tidy up and on-sell them. I remember, I didn't pay it, but I remember ringing Mercedes-Benz, one of the dealers here, and they were $350 an hour back then. I mean, most mechanics, let's be fair, most mechanics now charge $200 an hour. And I can remember not long ago when they were charging $100 an hour. I'm thinking, whoa, that's gone up. Yep, a nightmare. Well, they make cars now and have done for probably over 20 years where you can't just change the bulb anymore. You've got to replace the entire assembly. And guess what? They're usually genuine is a couple of $1,000s. So that's why you buy aftermarket. But that's the way they made them. You know, like, yeah, headlights, okay. Yeah, you can replace them in the BA, Fairmont. I've replaced one. It's still fiddly to get to, but you can do it. But yeah, they make lights now that you can't do that. Like my Nissan, the Z. I bought 2 new aftermarket headlights for those. And they all had, you know, xenon bulbs, LED, blah, blah, blah. And the car barely saw any road time in all the years I had it. And when I came to sell it, I had it checked out, you know, for roadworthy and things. And it had 5 or 6 little LED bulbs, but they're LEDs, not bulbs, inside the headlight. 2 of those had gone. I thought, like, the headlight's brand new, hasn't rarely been used at night time. Yeah, and you can't replace them. And as it was, yeah, of course it's deliberate, planned obsolescence. And yeah, even when I bought the headlights, there was a guy called Johnny Benier down at Springwood. Anyway, another friend I had that was like probably the best Harley Davidson mechanic in Australia, who came from America working on Harley Davidsons. He put me onto this guy. He said he's the guru for those sort of cars. So in my typical stupid fashion, took the car down there. I said, this is soon after I swapped it for the white Corvette I had. Go through everything, whatever. He did. And give it a service and tune. They cost $1,800. Wow. Maybe I could have saved money by at least changing the oil, which I did myself, usually. But yeah, and while I was there, since I bought the lights, I sent them down by courier on another trip once I'd bought them, because to replace the headlights, you have to take off the nose and the whole front clip, basically, to get the headlights in. So that's mental. That is mental. Anyway, that's life, hey? We've planned obsolescence. Yeah, what you were saying, there's not many people work on them. And as I told you, I'd not heard of Deleca until I came across your channel. I've probably seen them, but not made a mental note of them. Now I definitely notice them. I noticed one last Sunday, actually, at the Normanby. Parked in the car park and went, yep, Gizmo's here. But, yeah. And as I told you, someone I know was talking about she'd like to get one for camping. And I showed her a couple of your videos on your channel. And I said, but you got to remember what Gizmo's done to his is not what you'd be able to buy, you know. So, yeah, we'll see. Oh, is it really? Oh, okay. I can't say I'm a fan of the Pajeros or Pajero. I do know someone that had the Pajero, and yeah, the engine had to be rebuilt. But then again, it partially comes down to maintenance and partially, I think, good luck. But yeah, I didn't know that. Well, it works for you very well anyway. Like your video of sliding everything back together after all the work you've done. I was thinking, did you put any lube? I would put dry lube on that rail where you slid the cupboard back in. You probably have. What the hell was that? Oh, the box fell down. It was a scary, scary ghost. Anyway, okay. I might wrap it up. It's we've been going for 51 minutes. Doesn't look like anyone else is joining in. People will watch later. They always do. And I didn't realise I should plan these things because I don't follow sport. Didn't realise that the footy or something is on today. So people are doing that, or barbecues or whatever they're doing. Who knows? But I thought I'd do a video just to catch up with people. And yeah. So, oh yeah. One other thing I was going to mention. I do have a video ready to go up Friday afternoon, evening. And it won't be of much interest to most people. It's another how-to video, which most things on my channel do pretty well eventually. I call it evergreen content. I didn't come up with the phrase, but it's the sort of videos where people Google, you know, an answer to something and they will hopefully find your video. Most of my videos have done well are those sort of content, but they can take a long time to get the views. Like some are 100,000 views or upwards. Takes sometimes years to get to that point. But it's evergreen content, so people will come eventually and see it when they have the need to find an answer to it. But for general subscribers, I probably go, eh. But I mean, by all means, watch it. Whoever wants to watch it. I mean, it's me bantering on while I'm doing it. So, you know, if you like that, watch it. But yeah, it won't skyrocket up to the moon straight away. But then again, nothing has for me for a long time now. Yeah, you always find a good spot. Yeah, cheers, mate. I appreciate it. You never know, might come in handy for you one day. Maybe. Okay, well, I'll wrap it up as an old girlfriend's mum used to say when we were playing poker, a fast game's a good game. So, okay. The moment I disconnect, I go, oh, yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 things I was going to mention. Anyway, I'll save that for next time. We're almost in September. We're not there yet, are we? Let me just check. No, still August. For about another week or less. I'll probably do another live stream in September sometime. Maybe sooner rather than later. Yeah, well, as we said, we'll have to do a collab. See, my sister lives not far from you, well, in that area. So I'd have to tell her, see you later, Al. Thanks for joining in, mate. Have a good rest of your day. I have to either not tell my sister we were there or just say, well, we were there and didn't bother to call in. Or whatever, we meet up somewhere. As we spoke on the phone, we can come up with something funny. We both got a good sense of humour. And if people don't like it, too bad, basically. All right. Cheers, everyone. I'll sign off now. I'll give you a little wave. Where's my little... I'll do a wave back to you. Here you go. I'll even give you all a little love heart. Not a gay love heart, just a heart. All right, I'll go off and do something and get something to eat. And then maybe later, not too much later, have a bit of a kip if I can. Because I can't function too well without enough sleep. So, well, who knows? Too many things in my mind. Maybe when the car gets fixed and I can trust it again to not go into limp mode, I can get out of limp mode. All right. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for joining in, and thanks to everyone that will watch the replay as well. As always, I do appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, if you like my content, subscribe and leave a comment. That's an important thing. A lot of people don't leave comments. Some people even say, oh, I like your video about, but just leave a comment so I know you watched it. Okay, I'll see you later, everyone, and have a good week. Until next time, cheers. And here we go.